Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zoe. Today will be a tutorial about women's shirts. I used silk fabric to sew this shirt. However, there are many materials that can be sewn, such as cotton types, linen, chiffon, or bamboo fabric. This is a must-have item in our wardrobe. Also, you can find the pattern in the description box. And let's get started. First, fold the fabric with the right side out. Place the back panel on the right side of the fabric. The center back line coincides with the fold line. Next, you use your right hand to hold the end of the center line with the fold line at the hemline, while the left hand pushes the center line away and a distance from the fold 3 cm. Use pins to secure the pattern and fabric together. Add the seam allowance and cut the fabric and mark the pleats. And press the pleats on the back shirt piece by bringing each center line over to meet the outside line with right sides together. The pressing lines for the pleats are marked on the fabric, based in place. The back piece should now be the same width as the yoke piece. With right sides together, lay the yoke piece on top of the lower back. Pin in place. Flip the shirt over and lay the right side of the yoke lining piece on top of the wrong side of the lower back and sew them together. Turn right and ironing. And top stitching along the bottom edge of the back yoke. Move to the front. Press to center front edge over 2.5 cm towards the wrong side of the fabric.
Feeling okay, then you hit my phone. Saying, babe, wanna meet up? I'm in the club, but I'm done now. Can I come up? Saying, of course you can come by. I don't know why, but you're sunshine. Oh, you're alright. Oh, you're alright.
With right sides together, sew the left and right front to the back yoke and off the lining at the shoulder seams. Starting at the bottom edge, roll the front and back piece together. Bring the yoke lining over the front and back piece, so it lines up with the front of the shirt. With right sides together, sew the yoke lining to the rest of the shirt at the shoulder seams.
Thank you for all this time, babe.
Turn right side out. And press flat. And top stitch along the shoulder seams. Next, mark the front sleeve on sleeve cap. Use the gather stitch to sew along the sleeve cap. Then gently collect so that the sleeve cap fits the arm openings on the bodice. With right sides together, sew the sleeves into the arm opening. Press the seams. It is excellent if you have a seam roll.
It's time for the goodbyes, everything dies where the sunrise. Oh, you're a lie. Oh, you're a lie.
Wrong side out. Mark 10 centimeters up from the bottom of the sleeve. Using gather stitch, seam C, then reverse, and sew up the side seam with regular seam. Seam B. Then press the seam open.
She got all the drugs she'll need tonight. Know that she won't die if she sneezes right. Never wanna talk, pleading all the fights. Wanna take a walk on the other side. Feeling really fly on her feet tonight. Got it something good.
Mark the end of seam C.
Creeping up on her like she way too high. I'm about to take a walk on the
Then sew a straight line 0.5 centimeters from the original seam. Starting from the left, sew up the marker, and pivot again to follow the opposite seam. Remove the seam C.
She gon' have to get herself up off her knees. Everybody looking up to pray, hoping so that this won't be the week.
And ironing. This is a tailor's clapper. It is a rectangular block of wood that you lay on top of a seam after pressing to get a crisp and flat seam.
All that she could take.
Double check the lengths of the bottom edge of the collar stand and neckline. Make sure they are equal. Next, the ironing interfacing on the wrong side of the fabric. Then draw the collar stand and collar on the woven interfacing. You should choose the thinnest woven interfacing. And cut out. Then iron them together. And cut out. Stitch around the outer edge of collars. At the corners, stop sewing the seam line a stitch before you reach the end point, and insert the thread. Then you rotate the balance wheel one turn with the needle down. Tuck thread into collar, and pivot again to follow the opposite seam. Next, trim 3 mm from stitching line to reduce thickness. Hold the thread and pull the corner to the right side. And press.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time.
Next, press the lower edge of inner collar stand upwards to secure seam allowance.
To stay here all night, I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you.
Then mark the center point of the collar and collar stands.
You wonder if I feel the same. The blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see.
Place the collar between the collar stands and stitch together.
High on this feeling, don't wanna come down. Just go on and tell me, get into my eyes, and everything you need. I'm everything you need. You usually don't share any secrets. Suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find
Trim 3 mm from stitching line to reduce thickness.
like I've known you forever, so I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You
Then draw the lower edge of inner collar stand.
blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see. Bet I'm everything.
On the outer collar stand piece, pin the lower edge of outer collar stand to the right side of the neckline.
Just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you need. I'm everything you need. Everything you need. I'm everything you need. I'm everything you need. I'm everything
Then stitching,
you need. Bet I'm
turn to face, tuck seam allowances into collar stand. Then top stitch around collar stand 1 mm from the edge. Next, draw the cuff sleeve pattern on the woven interfacing and cut out. Then iron the fabric, interfacing and woven interfacing together. Add 1 cm seam allowance and cut out.
You think you know me?
Press the straight edges of the cuff sleeve up 1 cm towards the wrong side.
You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done.
Fold the cuff sleeve in half with wrong side out, then sew on both sides.
Been caring for mine. Now I can
Turn right side out and press.
leave it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up in the name of love. I'm not giving
Pin the bottom edge of the sleeve between the cuff.
in the name of love. 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 You think it's easy? Yeah. Falling in love, well, maybe for you. I think it's crazy. Oh no, but I'll be damned if
Make a pleat at the bottom sleeve. The pleat should be on the back half of the shirt.
feelings they go slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe
Then top stitch from the edge.
that is tonight.
Move to hem. Fold the edge of the fabric 0.6 cm towards the wrong side, and sew by hand to secure the crease. Then press to keep the fold flat.
The name of love. I'm gonna call
Fold again and press.
the name of love. I'm gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the name of love. I'm not giving up yet on you. You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly? No, no, no. Cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. But I'm not done with you. But I'm not done with you. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up in the name of love. I'm not giving
And sew close to the folded edge. And ironing.
in the name of love. In the name of love. In the name of love.
Lastly, fell plastic snap with pliers. The distance between two buns is 9 centimeters. Press everything well and enjoy your shirt. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you want to sew this shirt, please go to my website, sewpatterns.com, or my Etsy store, Sew Patterns. There is a wide selection of sewing patterns for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more DIY. Thank you for accompanying me. Hope you can learn some things new from this video. See you in the next video. Bye!